everyone, it's Lisa. Today on DoodleDrawArt, we're going to draw Peppermint Patty from the Peanuts movie. So just as always, I'm going to sketch in where I'm going to place my character. So I'm going to draw a circle here where her head will go, and then her neck will be here. And her body is going to be just one of these downward cone shapes, similar to most of the Peanuts characters. And then she's going to have short legs sticking out below, and her feet are going to go here. So that's just the basic placement for the character, and I can go ahead here as well and show where her hand and arm will go. So I'm going to have one hand crossed in front here and the other one placed in behind. And her arms are fairly low down in this grand scheme of things. And she's going to have like a swoop to the side for her hair, and then some straight down, oops, closer in, some straight down side edges of her hair that come down below her hairline, or below her chin, and can't come below her hairline, that'd be crazy. And then her face is very narrow inside here, the amount of space that's open, and her hair comes down again on this side and curves around towards the bottom. So this is the total outline that I need to place my character on the page. And at this point I can either continue with pencil or I could switch to marker. So I'm going to continue with pencil today. Sometimes I go straight to marker, but it's up to you entirely. So I'm going to start off by drawing this leaf shape up here for her hair. And then I'm going to bring the side edges of this hair down, like so. And same thing on this side. So this is just almost a straight line, and then a little jagged on the bottom. And then this one comes right back to the point where we closed in here. It's just going to come out and then back in. Alright, so if you wanted to see that without the sketch lines, I'll just pull some of these out as I go, so you can see the basic shape that you're aiming for. Great thing about video is you can always rewind and go back to where you just watched. I guess it's not rewinding. You always slide back along the bar and find a spot where you lost your place. So her nose is going to be more than halfway up the page, up her face, and it's going to be fairly prominent, just like this. And then she's going to have, very close to her nose, she's going to have an oval for her eye on one side, and then on the other side another oval that's almost hiding behind her nose, and then her eyebrows are going to be way up here near her hairline. And Peppermint Patty has 3 little freckles on each cheek in a little triangle shape, just like this. And then she has a sort of frowny smile mouth, just like all the Peanuts characters seem to have. So these are the 2 dots for the edges of the smile. And then we're just going to wiggle along and wiggle along again. Now for her chin, we're just going to come in a little bit of a U across the bottom here. We might even go, I'm going to erase this sketch line that's in between and see if I feel like that's the right distance. Sometimes I'm sitting way back here, so my head, I'd rather draw with my head looking straight down. So I feel like something is off here, and I think it is how low her chin is. So I'm just going to make her chin a little lower. This is how you become a good artist over time, is by using your eye to decide if your proportions are right. If you notice that something is wrong, that's really good. If you don't like your art, it's okay. See, that's way better, isn't it? It's just that little bit of difference really made the face shape accurate for the character. All right. So now we're going to draw in her neck. So it's very straight, just some nice little straight lines here coming down like this. And then we'll draw her collar. So her collar has a V in the front, and then it comes from behind here. There's going to be a little bump, and then into the middle, and then on the other side same thing, comes down, and it's going to come like this, and then this one meets in here too. Alright, so now we can draw her shoulders coming down toward her arm. So here we go, shoulder down toward her arm. And then we're going to have the edge of her sleeve. So I just came in a little bit here. I made a line straight down to show the edge of her sleeve. And that's just going to come curving a little bit around her arm and then down to the edge. So this is where we're going to place her arm now. So coming into this line that we just made, we're just going to add a little bit. This is going to be her arm extending past her sleeve. And then we're going to jump down here. She's got a fairly chubby wrist. And so we're going to come down here and scoop up and in. So then with this thumb, with this first finger, we're going to draw her thumb coming up here like this. And then we're going to have a finger curving in. And another finger curving down. And a finger. And a finger. I just dropped my notepad on the floor. Did you hear that? I never know what my microphone's going to pick up. Microphone. All right. Now there's a line here that I'm just going to indicate because the stripes on her shirt changed direction right here at the top edge of the sleeve. All right, and then over here we're going to have the same thing coming down towards the edge of her elbow, and then the shirt is going to stop, and then it's going to come straight up here again, and then we're going to have it angle off to the side like this. And over here we're just going to see one edge of a finger coming straight to the sleeve, and then this is her chubby elbow coming straight up into her hand. Great. And then we have the bottom of her shirt coming across just like this. And then we're down to her pants. So she's wearing jeans and they just come across like this, and they have a stripe on them. So we're going to leave an edge here where there's going to be a white stripe down the edge. I guess they're not jeans, are they? They must be like sports pants. All right, same thing on this side. We're going to have the bottom coming over and in, and this is just going to be blue. Now Peppermint Patty is a little bit of I don't know, is she a flower child or is she a tomboy? I don't know, but she was wearing Birkenstocks or some kind of sandals here. So we're going to see the bottom of her foot coming along here, and then this is like the thickness of her sandals underneath her foot. And so we're going to see her chubby toes. Let's start with pinky, like this, and then another toe, and then another toe. That's 3, and then another toe, and then her big toe. There you go. And then the same thing for the other foot. We're going to see the bottom of her shoe like this, because now the foot's on a bit of a different angle. We're going to see the edge of her foot, sandals part going in there, and then we're going to see her big toe, and we'll see a little edge of the next toe, and a little edge of the next toe. We won't see all the toes, just that far, and then finishing off on the edge of the foot. All right, so these are all of the lines that we need to draw Peppermint Patty, and I am going to go to marker, but before I erase everything here, I'm going to put in the stripes for her shirt. So I'm going to use 2 greens and use my darker green, and I'm just going to make in a couple stripes. So dark green stripe here and here, and then along this way we're going to have dark green stripe that comes down. Of course, I'm going to make sure that I don't go through her arm when I'm making my stripes, because obviously she doesn't have green arms. And up from here, striping down. So all of the ones here on her shirt front are just following straight down. But when you get to her sleeve here, you're going to see the angle is slightly different, and then this one comes around and down. Great. That's the only detail that I wanted to get in before I went to marker and erasing things. Oh, except for we could put in her, you know, freckles, because these are going to be not black when we're done. Okay, so now I'm going to go to black marker, and I'm going to put in the rest of these details. I'm going to use my ultra fine point just around the eyes and the eyebrows, so that I don't have too bulky of an appearance, and everything else is just going to be a regular thickness permanent marker. So let's get to that. I'll do it all in time lapse. So thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed watching me draw some of these Peanuts characters. You probably have seen in the sidebar here that there are more that you could try. And if you liked watching this video, as always, I would love it if you would click like, and please subscribe for more DoodleDrawArt. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.